Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 16th to the 22nd. This is for Capricorn, Sun and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology in my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more detailed. I do this, Capricorn, because I love you and I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Now, Capricorn, astrology has been around for thousands of years. That's why tarot, which came out in the 14th century, has every card is assigned an astrological element, ruling planet. I mean, we go really deep in both astrology and tarot is aligned with the tree of life. So this week for you, Capricorn, you know that if you saw my January forecast for you, it was your best reading. All right, so I love what's happening for you right now. We know Jupiter's in Aries, that's in your fourth house or domestic sector. Out of all the signs, Capricorn, you're going to have the most expansion and the most luck and growth in your domestic sector. So think about like your home and your family and relationships. All right, so I love that for you. I love that Mars has gone direct. I think your last weekly reading, you had like things are going to move really fast for you, especially for you because Mars is in Gemini. All right, and so when it was retrograde, it was sleeping, and that's not cool when the planet of action is asleep. Now it's gone direct, light speed. Things are going to move really fast for you because Mars in Gemini is your sixth house, and that's everyday activities. All right, a lot of work too. Work and labor falls in the sixth house. Also, health. If you're thinking about starting a new fitness program, possibly, maybe if you're doing like Pilates, you might think about doing yoga. You might think about changing up your diet. There's a lot of newness coming up because you're a cardinal sign. Not only are you a cardinal sign, but you kick off the new year, okay? January, we begin in Capricorn season, so that's all in your first house. We have a bundle of planets in your first house. Now, this week, Mercury's finally going direct, which we're very excited about. That's on Wednesday. And then lastly, this weekend, we move into Aquarius season. And what does that mean for you? Not only are we moving into Aquarius season, Venus is in Aquarius right now. And we have a new moon in Aquarius, all right, this weekend. It's a powerful new moon. All of that, Capricorn, that's your second house, okay? Income, money, finances, salary, all right? So you could see a lot of activity around there. The second house also rules like values and material possessions as well. So Capricorn, listen, I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited of where we're at now with all Capricorn Sun and Rising. So let's get started, see what's going on for you for January 16th to the 22nd. Again, this is for Capricorn Sun and Rising. Last thing is, if you are new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box if you want to follow along. And I do the Celtic cross spread because it does give like the best general overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Lastly, Capricorn, I love you. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great year. It looks like you have a lot on your mind, okay? There's a lot going on. When things were moving fast for you, they could have moved really fast. Another thing that I want you to know is that there is, when it comes to money, when it comes to like your salary, when it comes to income, when it comes to even your investments, we know Saturn has been in Aquarius and it will be for 2 more months. And we know that is your second house of income as well. So you could have had a lot of like learning lessons and life lessons around money the past few years. There could have been some ups and downs, but there could have been a lot of ups, okay? There could have been a lot of ups, and especially astrologically. But now looking at this week in particular, Capricorn, wow, okay. I think that you are, listen, You're this week, you may have a moment, okay? You may have a moment, okay? Listen, I don't want you to feel uninspired, okay? I don't want you to feel uninspired moving forward this week. I feel like there may be a lot going through your head, and there's a message coming that it's almost like some of y'all are not sure if you're on the right path, if you want to pursue these certain passions, if you're doing the right thing. Let's get to it. Listen, you did get the Eight of Pentacles, so it shows that you are working hard. You have been working hard, and almost, to the point where you're so laser focused that nothing else can distract you. Now, Capricorn, we all know that out of all the signs, you are the most hardworking, okay? You prioritize work before anything else, okay? Y'all are leaders. Y'all are big time leaders. It's really, really important to sometimes take a break and breathe. All right, y'all are so, and the fact that you got the Eight of Pentacles, I bring it up sometimes. Who Martin Luther King, he was a Capricorn. Michelle Obama is a Capricorn. I mean, Bradley Cooper. Think of these leaders, big time leaders who are so committed to their passions, right? Showing up here, okay? I love that for you, all right? I love that you are building that because you're going toward your legacy. This is about building, your legacy, what you want to be known for, what's going to make you happy, what's the legacy you want to leave behind. We come to the Eight of Swords in the heart of your spread, okay? Now, what this means, you can see that you have two eights here. Listen, here's the thing. The main thing, the main takeaway, all right? I want you to really communicate a little bit this week, okay? I want you to open up those lines of communication, all right? Eight, if you think about the tree of life, eight, it's ruled by Mercury, right? So listen, this is the sword suit, means it's the mental suit, right? It's communication. Now, you can see that she's blindfolded, she's bound. When you're bound, you're literally out of touch. Sometimes we're so laser focused that we forget, maybe you're working so hard you're forgetting about your friends and you miss your friend's birthday, and possibly there could, your children are just like, Mom, Dad, WTF, let's go fishing. Do you know what I mean? But it's also, it's showing that you may be in your head a little bit, all right? Not even a little bit, a lot of it, okay? We call this a self-victim card, okay? You can see that she is, like I said, blindfolded, bound, completely surrounded by swords, okay? She put herself there, all right? She thinks she's protecting herself, all right? But the truth is, she's actually built this prison, all right? Prison of her thoughts. She thinks it's a fortress, all right? It's not. And so this is why I want you to just open those lines of communication. If you look at your spread, two big things that you're going to notice here, okay? One is that, I'm going to get to that. Let me get to that in a second. But the one first big thing is that you didn't pull any cups cards, all right? And so it's like this week, you've left your emotions at the door because, the cups represent emotions. And you didn't bring, and there's none in your main spread. So I want you to open up this week, and I want you to just, be social, communicate, go out there and, spend some time. It seems like you are just working so hard. But again, some of y'all are in a place where there's so much going on. You're so trapped in your head. There's almost too much. It's a little overwhelming. And again, that message of some Capricorns not really sure if this is. It's almost like there could have been some things that happened in the past few weeks where you were just like, F this. I don't even know if this is what I want anymore, right? But listen, just take that time, okay? Take that time. And the reason why I say don't feel uninspired right now is because you did get the Chariot, all right? You did get the Chariot, but in your challenge area. Now, here's the thing. The Chariot really is breakthrough and challenge. When a card comes up in the challenge area, you really have to think of it as this is the breakthrough I'm going to have this week. Now, the Chariot, listen, come on. This is someone who just goes past all his obstacles, has that self-will, that determination, just ready to move forward, okay? Came up in your challenge area, so there's something holding you back, all right? And there is a disconnect, all right? And a lot of it's up here, okay? There's a lot going on up here. Now, the Chariot, I don't know if you're into numerology, but I mean, it is 7, right? And, 2023, if it is the 7 year, we call it, the lucky 7, right? But when it comes up in your challenge area, it's almost like there's a loss of direction, okay? A little bit. I don't know why I said that in a weird way, like an accent, but there's a little bit of loss of direction, and there's a lot going on in your head this week, okay? So I don't want you to feel uninspired. I want you to just open up. That's all I want you to do. I want you to actually, take 1 minute of your day, all right, while you're working or pursuing your passions and your goals. Take 1 minute of your day just to text, a friend or a family member and just say, hey, what's up? How's it going? Cool. Just because just even that little bit helps, all right? Even that little bit helps. Now, the other reason why I say I don't want you to feel uninspired is because you see that he's not even holding on to the reins. He's holding on to the magician's baton. It's almost like as we move through the major arcanas, he picks up a lot of different things, all right? You do see the slivers of the moon on his shoulders too, right? As we've seen the high priestess in the second card. You see the stars up here in his banner. It's he has that celestial guidance. I mean, this is such a great card. It's such a powerful card. It's overcoming obstacles and really charging forward with that determination, that self-will, okay, that willpower, that Green Lantern energy. If you're into comic books, I doubt any of you are, but listen, that's why I say don't feel uninspired right now. Don't feel, some of y'all just feel a little lost. It really is just a moment like this week you will feel maybe perhaps a little overwhelmed, okay? For some Capricorns, it could be a little bit more than that. It could be like psychological warfare. It could be like there's a lot happening here, but that's why I want you to take these moments, okay? Take these moments to just... right? And then the whole goal, by the way, one thing that I want you to notice is her feet are loose. So you can get out of this. You can totally get out of this, all right? Here's the great news, is that you did get the 2 of Wands, all right, in your crown. You also got the King of Wands in the root of your spread. So very clear. Very, very clear. You have this great perspective. You have this great vision. You're, planning, the year ahead or even the month ahead, right? You're planning your future. And you see, again, he's standing at the highest point in the castle. He has the globe in his hand, okay? Now, this is all about planning. It's not about, pulling the trigger yet, right? Next week is actually when you may see the progress. The message is not now. All right. So it's good that you're planning. All right. When you're planned with a little bit of heart. Okay. Not all up here, but a little bit of heart. I love that you did pull the Wands because they are your passions, right? You have the King of Wands. Now this is in the root of your spread. So it really is like, it's like you're working so hard this week, all right? You're working really hard and you have your eyes on the prize. You have your head in the game. The King of Wands is someone who, really earned his spot. He's sitting in this throne because he worked his butt off, all right? Now, here's the thing. He is very inspiring. He is very influential, all right? He is, everything that you would think a Capricorn is, right? And this is where you want to be. You want to be sitting in this throne. You have work on your mind. And again, things are going to, based on your reading last week, based on your reading this month, things are going to move fast for you. I think that's right. Why some of y'all maybe just, in there in your head a little bit, okay? But I don't want you to feel powerless like, she is. I want you to feel empowered, okay? So if there's any thoughts that you have, if you feel like you've hit a roadblock, if you feel like there's just too much that's going on, if you're overwhelmed a little bit, really, really use that energy, turn anything into something that, in a more positive form, right? That's what you want to do. You want to feel empowered, all right? Now, here's the good news. Boom, you got the Ace of Wands, all right, in your future. Now, as we know, the Ace ushers in new change, new opportunities, growth. This is, again, passions, your ideas, if you know, have this great idea for a business or a website or whatnot. But listen, also work, career, all right? So if you feel like you've hit some sort of like, again, like a speed bump in the road, if you've hit a wall, and it's creating all this like, look, you have the Ace of Wands in your future. There's a hand of spirit offering you this new path, okay? This new opportunity, all right? You see the leaves sprouting, okay, from the Wands. Now, here's the thing, the Wands represent fire, all right? So you have to think of this as a spark, all right? Because the Wand is alive. Now, that is not crazy talk. That is not crazy talk. You don't see leaves sprouting from pentacles or, you know, swords or even cups. These wands are alive. Fire, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to think of this wand as a spark, and you're going to turn it into this blazing inferno of passion, all right, Capricorn? So it looks like you will be, it's just this week where you're just going to be in your head a little bit, and, you know, you just, there's just so much going on. And again, for it's really on a scale. It's like a spectrum. Like for some Capricorns, it's not gonna be as intense, but for some other Capricorns, it really is going to be something where you may have to just hold back. If you find yourself in a situation where you're working at like 3 a.m, you took another Adderall, you're just like, I gotta get this done. That's when you know, all right, I need to take a break, actually. I need to take a break because it's not good for my mental health. And then you see that you have, everything's going to be fine. You have a new opportunity coming through, all right? If we know that you're basically just working really hard. You're working really hard. But for those who do feel like you've hit some sort of like blockage, or you know, you've bumped into a wall, or you know, like Roadrunner, is that it, the Roadrunner where he's speeding and he falls off the cliff, that kind of energy, because things are happening so fast for you. If you feel that, just remember to just boom, open up your heart a little bit, and really just connect with other people, okay? That's the other thing that is really dominant in your spread. I mean, you see that there's no cards where there's, you know, multiple people in it. So this is all you, all right? This is all you. Now, let's get to your staff, Capricorn. Listen, Capricorn, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. You know I love comments. I love hearing from you. If you're not a commenter, that's fine. I love emojis. I love emojis. I actually love it when y'all leave like this, because I say, like, emojis make me smile when I get a notification and it's all these random emojis. I love that. I'm an Aquarius, so I love all that randomness. And if you're a subscriber, you know I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me every week. You really make my day. Now, Capricorn, looking at your staff, listen, you will have to make that decision this week, okay? You will have to make that decision. It looks like some of it's not even it's like out of your control. But let's get to it. You got the Empress. Hey, hi, look. Things are cool. Things are good. You got the Empress, okay? Now, here's the thing. We know that you're working really hard because you have this huge dream and you have this big passion. Again, don't feel uninspired if you hit that bump in the road, okay? You have the Empress, okay? This is all about passion. This is all about pleasure, okay? Pleasure in many forms too, and you're looking for that, okay? You're looking for that abundance. So when I say pleasure in many forms, I mean the Empress, I mean she's pregnant, okay? And so 3 also is creation, it's growth, it's advancement. This is, I mean, Miss Mother Earth here, all right? So spend some time in nature, first of all, but secondly, do those things that are going to bring you pleasure. If you're feeling like you're working too much, go out and go fishing with the kids. Go, you know, have crazy sex. I mean, this is sexuality too. It's sensuality, sexuality. When I talk about pleasure, I'm talking about all forms of pleasure. Listen, you see the symbol of Venus there, okay? And this stone-shaped heart, all right? So, a lot of protection with this. And I love that you pulled the Empress. You also pulled the Two of Swords. Now, this is very interesting, Capricorn. It's very interesting. It came in your external factors area. Now, here's the thing. You pulled the only two cards where the women are blindfolded, all right? Now, so there is some, the first thing is there are some truths that you should probably face. One of them is you're working too hard. Secondly, like I said, I think I said earlier, there's like a situation that you may be stuck in that's not, in your control. I mean, this is, very emotional, first of all, because you can see that there's a lot of water here. Water represents emotions, but it's asking you to trust your instincts too. You see the sliver of the moon. Listen, there is going to be something that... there really is something. It's like there's a situation that you could be in this week where you're going to have to take off that blindfold. You're going to have to see things that, face value. You're going to have to face some truth. Also, there could be some decision that is affecting all of this. Now, look at you. Come on. You got the Magician, all right? So, listen. You're going to be fine. And the reason why I say you're going to be fine is because the Magician has the power to manifest anything he wants, okay? You see the sign of infinity over his head, right? But he also has the Ouroboros on his clothes. You see it on his belt, right? You see that, okay? So this is like the power to manifest, and there's an element of just this eternal shelf life to it. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Just take some time to communicate with others. Take some time to just take a breath. Take some time to really just feel the love, give the love. But also, when I say that, self-love as well. Okay. Now, with the fact that the Magician came up in your external factors area next to the Two of Swords, it looks like there is going to be some opportunity. Okay. This is also another message that's coming through, is that there could be two things that I said earlier, you could be stuck between two things, something out of your hands, but it's also, some Capricorns are definitely going to, actually look at this. So, as I said earlier, Mars is in Gemini, all right? Mars has finally gone direct. Mars in Gemini is your 6th house, okay? Work, labor, everyday activities, even health. But listen, Gemini is a twin, the Chariot. You see the two Sphinxes here, right? The two Sphinxes going opposite directions, okay? It doesn't matter because you're in control. You're in the Chariot seat, but it came in your challenge area. Now, we're getting the Two of Swords here with this decision. So, it looks like even with the Magician coming up here and the Eight of Swords, it looks like there is for some Capricorns, a decision that you're going to have to make, or something truly you're in the middle of it and you're going to have to choose one side. You're going to have to step out of it, okay? Step out of this, space that you're in, like a rock in a hard place or type of situation, all right? Because Gemini is a twin and it brings, it often brings two opportunities or two different things. And what's really affirming that is you got the Justice card, okay? And this is all about balance. It's all about, very karmic energy attached to it, but you do see the scale, all right? This is all about equilibrium. This is all about balance. That's what you want, all right? That's what you want. You're looking for that balance now, and you're looking for that balance in your life. It's almost like you can't see it because A, you're blindfolded, and B, there's just a lot going on in your head. So again, open up those lines of communications, open up your heart, be social, just I don't work too hard. And if you feel like you're in a place where you don't know exactly which direction, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. And I'm going to get to that in a second. One thing I want to point out is that, we're all looking for enlightenment, and that's the whole goal, right? Enlightenment, equilibrium. Equilibrium is so important. And, with the Justice card, with the scale, first of all, you can see how balanced everything in this card is, right? Sword to the sky. And then the scale, in her other hand. Here's the thing, equilibrium, all right? This card is ruled by Libra. Equilibrium, you break it down. Let's go down, break it down to the etymology of it. Equal, Libra, is where it comes from, okay? So the main goal right now is to find that balance, all right? Because there's a little bit of in your life and not only in your physical world, but, mind, body, soul too, because there is a lot of, even up here, you got the two, the two of wands. So, you're going to have to make some sort of decision, and it's going to be powerful. And, there's going to be someone that really opens up this opportunity for you. So you have nothing to worry about, because the last thing in your final outcome, you got the Wheel of Fortune. All right. So even though you may be in your head a little bit this week, or a lot of it, you're fine. You got the Ace of Wands in your future. You have the Magician in your future. External factors. And then you also have the Wheel of Fortune as a final outcome. The Wheel of Fortune is the card of divine intervention. This is the card where, we talked about karma, right? You got the karma with justice, and now we're getting karmic, return here as well, like cashing in your karma points. It's as if the gods above us, the universe itself, sees you and says, that Capricorn who's really earned their spot and has worked really hard and deserves everything that they worked for, we're going to give them a little bit of luck. We're going to give them a lot of luck, because this is the card of luck. This is ruled by Jupiter, okay? And so it's a game-changing card, and this is in your final outcome. So you have so much luck coming to you, okay? Things that you actually didn't work for, all right? So there's a difference, right? There's a difference between, earning things, working for it, and then there's luck, where it's just like, wow, oh my goodness, that's just major luck. I'm thinking of that movie, what is it called? Speed Train. Did you see a Bullet Train with Brad Pitt? I just saw that movie, and it was really funny. But it was all a lot about like fate and luck, and this is it. This card is fate. It is luck. It's fate putting you on the path. It's actually fate putting you on the path of destiny that you belong on, and bringing you so much luck that you can't even believe it. All right, so. Last thing is that it is a 10, and so 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. You already got the Magician here. You have the Ace of Wands here. You're moving into this new direction. Just, open up a little bit, okay? Open up a little bit, all right? Because, you did, even throughout your entire spread, not even just your main, even with, your stuff, there were no cups, all right? So we want to feel a little bit of motion. I want you to feel a little motive this week, all right? And I think that's going to really help you. And I know that there's going to be, a lot on your mind. There's going to be a lot on your mind in a way where it's just like, it might be where you may have to just push people away. Let them in, okay? Remember what I said. She can walk out of this. Her feet are not bound. You already have a major new opportunity, new pathway, new beginning coming your way. And this is affirmed with the Wheel of Fortune. It's not even going to be something that, where you have to earn it. This is the card of luck and good fortune. It's like you hit jackpot is what it is. And then remember, you got the Magician and the Empress here. You're golden. You're golden. Capricorn, I love you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. That was such a long reading, but you had a lot going on. All right, Capricorn, I love you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next